TLC? No, TLC.
TLC, yeah.
TLC.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, the 90s were so good.
How old were you in the 90s?
I was not born. Well, I was born in the 90s, but 1997. So it was the ending of
Okay.
90s. So
All
I
right.
was like, okay, I think
Okay.
that I'm too late. So
Okay. Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I feel
So
so old.
no, don't
Yeah.
feel. Oh no,
Mhm.
no. All
Mhm.
it's here. All
Yeah.
it's in your
Yeah.
head always.
Right. Today on Loves Music, I have Vickyta Rya. Her two new singles, YOLO and Raway, are a blend of dancehall, funk, pop, R&B, and they're blowing up all over Europe. She's gearing up to release her new EP, Volume 1, which includes those two songs and another two that are unreleased. You're certainly going to enjoy this young lady's story. Up next, all the way from Madrid, we have Vickyta Rya. Vickyta Rya, thank you so much for joining me all the way from Madrid. I couldn't be more excited to have this interview with you.
Well, thank you so much for having me here to let people know me better. So let's go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julian.
Oh, you are so welcome. I've been listening to the new stuff. I know you're getting ready to put out an EP. I'm excited about it. The dancehall sound is hot. You have a real knack for writing pop songs. I feel like a lot of people are trying to make that quick, catchy hit.
Yeah.
And your pop songs actually have like a little bit of depth to them. You're actually like saying something, but they're still fun. There's a dancehall element. There's like a reggaeton element kind of. But it's just like, I feel like anybody in the world can vibe to your music. I mean, are you doing that on purpose? Like when you go into the studio, I'm just going to make this all world hit.
Well, the idea for this project was not what is now, because the volume 1 was going to be just an EP of 4 songs.
Mhm.
But then I had the idea and said, why not create an album divided into 2 volumes with different versions of me? Yeah. So that's
Mhm.
how the idea was born, and divided into 2 volumes. Now I'm on volume 1, which will be released as the complete project in the coming months. But the idea of this project, it is like to have fun, get the vibe with my music. And I think that as an artist, we always trying to express ourselves and emotions in any song that we're doing. So that was the intention with this project, and I'm so excited.
So you have 3 songs. I'm a fan of all 3. The one I gravitate towards is a Puerta Pa' Mi. Am I saying it correctly first off?
Yeah.
Or do I sound terrible?
That was it's Puesta Maya. That was the first one that was like, when the first time that I created music was with that one. But that was from the past, and I took a pause in my career, my music career, because I decided to know myself more deeply about what music can I do, how farther can I go with my music, and also with the with my inspiration that I'm always trying to make lyrics and all of that. So I decided to stop because I was not comfortable with the music that I've been doing at that time. Then it was like, okay, I want to just look more deeply, to look more myself more deeply. So that's when it comes Charles, that it's my producer, and he texts me and he just like said, I saw your stuff, I saw your songs. I think that we can create something. So just let me know if you're interested in, to work together and all that. And I was like, okay, let me just have a meeting with you, and then we'll see. So I
Okay.
explained to him the situation that I've been and what I've been, because I was not feeling comfortable with different genders that I've been, doing. And I wanted to create something new, a new a new Vickyta Rya, a new
Right.
sound.
Yeah.
And he understood that. So that's when the volume 1 was starting, and he was like sending to me different like beats masters, and I was falling in love, and because it was like, okay, I think that you got what I want. I mean, I think that
Yeah.
you're getting what I want, and this is the way. This is the right way that we need to go.
It is. And it sounds current. Like this sound is hot for the stuff
Oh,
that you're doing with
thank
like Raway
you.
and YOLO. It's especially I like Raway a lot too. I think
Well,
I like
yeah.
them both. I lean towards Raway's a banger song. Yeah.
Well, Raway, it is one of those songs that you create and you don't know how it's gonna be, the result. So it was like I talk about when you bet on someone, but it couldn't happen. And it is a love story. It is a special song for me. And I've never imagined that can have the result that has now. I love the sound. I love the aura. I love all. I don't know. I express so much my emotions because I was not having a good time because of
Yeah.
this boy. So it was like,
Okay.
but it is an experience that I think that I'm so happy to live that experience because if
Mhm.
I did not live that experience, probably I couldn't have done this song. You know what I mean? I mean,
Mhm.
because this song was born by that experience. And all that I learned about it was, to encourage myself, and to be brave and to let out all my emotions and just singing. And that was the intention of this song. It was like, all right, probably that story broke me, or in some
Okay.
way. But then we have this result that you can make art with the music and especially with your songs
Oh.
and your lyrics. And
Mhm.
Raway talks about that, about being on someone,
Okay.
but that story couldn't happen. So that's because I'm saying I wish we could have been everything, but your fear did not let that happen. So it was like,
I mean, that's the line. You're afraid to fall in love, but you don't know what you want. Like that's like
yeah,
the refrain. So it's like you're just like plagued by this indecision. Like just can't move forward for
yeah,
fear or for
yeah.
whatever
Because
reason.
I bet on him. Because I lived in Madrid. So I was like, okay, I need to go there and see what can happen. But he didn't show up, so it was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
that's it.
I'm sorry.
But then when I just came back to Madrid, I was like, I think that I got a song, you know,
Okay.
but I need to see what is the perfect beat or which is the
Right.
perfect beat to, put all my emotion there. So when Charles sent it to me, it was like, bro, I think that I got it. I think that I'm gonna just talk about this. It
Okay.
is a sad story, but with this kind of like bit that you have made, it can be so special.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
how Raway was composed.
No, but that does happen. You'll hear like a dance song and then you hear the lyrics and I'm like, oh, this is like kind of dark, but it's cool. Like it works for the song.
But you know something? I love to sing that song. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably
Have you performed it
that's
live yet?
no, not yet. But I love to sing that song. It is something special in me when I'm singing that song. You know, it reminds me
Yeah.
to that experience that it is sad, but at the same time, while I'm singing it, it is like, oh my god, damn, I love it. I think that in any way, acoustic or with the beat, I love it.
Yeah. Well, and what's cool about it is too is like the same way that you like it and can sing it, and then it resonates with you. I hear people singing. I hear like girls at the mall here in Philadelphia singing that song. Like it has like a universal appeal, and that's how you get those hits.
And
You know?
also because you can play it with the piano, because I was with one partner and he's a musician and he's playing that song with the piano, and it was like, oh, this has a different vibe, more acoustic. So I was like singing in it, and it was like,
Mhm.
I was like,
And it
I
worked.
love it, you know, in any way with piano, guitar, with the beat.
Now, do you need real life experience to write? Like, do you need to be inspired by something that's like happened to you for you to be able to go in the studio and pen a song, or can you just like sit down and just like write from inspiration?
No,
Or
it's not
just
necessary. I think that I can write songs through experience that I've lived, but some experiences. I mean, you can write your songs and creating fantasies in your mind. Or probably if you want to tell a story between two between a couple or something. I don't know, but it is not necessary to have. Well, in a way, it is necessary, but not. It is not so necessary. You know what I mean? So you can just like tell different stories or create different stories, fantasies in your head and sing it. You know, that's why music is art. That you can do whatever you want. You know.
Do you think it's easier or does it come more natural to write a sad song versus a more happy or uplifting song? Which one do you think comes more naturally to you?
I think that you're more inspired when you are not in a good time. I mean
Okay.
that I think
That
that
makes sense.
yeah, I think that because I think that music is therapy, you know. So
Yeah.
for me, it's very important that people can feel therapy through music. You know, music can greatly change your mood, and it can turn a sad day into a cozy ending. You know, so I have recovered. For example, I have recovered you know, from very difficult and sad moments by listening to songs, but also writing songs because I have, you know, hit rock bottom many times. Thanks to music, I have been able to recover while another version of myself was recovering. You know, there are different
Okay.
versions that
Well,
emerge.
say that one more time. Can you say that one more time? You said you can write while another part of you is recovering. That was like a really good part. And I don't want to skip
Yeah, I
over
mean,
it.
I have been able to recover while another version of myself was recovering, you know?
I
So,
love that.
yeah, I think that that is very
You're
important.
recording while another version of yourself is recovering. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are different versions that merge when you listen to songs from the most empowered to the craziest. So it can change your day. The music can change your day, can change your month. I don't know in what situations you are, but it can change so many things, you know? So for me, I highly recommend listening to music and, you know, write songs if you are an artist and express all yourself there, you know, and discovering versions of yourself that are waiting, you know, to come out
Right.
and, you know, be known. I think that we as an artist, we need to discover ourselves more deeply. And I feel that I want to emphasize that you can do whatever you want with your music and you can just find yourself in different
Right.
genre, right? And
Genres.
genres. And yeah, I think that music is fun. So it is
Yeah.
very important to
Yeah.
emphasize that.
I always think it's harder to write a happy song for me just because it doesn't make for as good of a narrative, right? When I'm like just chilling there, happy and having fun, there's no beginning to the story, end of the story. I just am. Whereas like if like a sad story actually has a start, like something made me upset. Now I'm dealing with this thing. There's like such a clear story to write from beginning to end. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is very important if you're listening to the instruments. The instruments are always saying something. So you have to read the beat. You have to feel it.
Okay.
You have to, you know, connect with the beat with the instruments. And if you do that, probably you can get what the instruments are saying to you. And that is
Okay.
the moment when you start to create your lyrics. I do it in that way,
Mhm.
you know?
Okay. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, well, you're getting beats from an engineer. You know what I mean? So you're like shopping beats, and then the ones that speak to you kind of like dictate what the song is going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a lot of people pick up a guitar and be like, I'm just going to write a song. So they're starting from like literal scratch. You know?
Yeah, you have to feel connected with that beat. If you're not connected, that's because that it's not your song, that it's not your vibe, that it's not
Yeah.
your way, that it's not the path.
Mhm.
You have to feel
Right.
connected with that beat. Because if you're connected with that, people are gonna know you. Who are you?
I like that. I like that a lot. So when you're writing songs, right, and you want to pen a good song and you want it to be catchy, what is like the overall message you want your listeners to like take away with them when they listen to your music?
To feel good, to have fun, to empower themselves, you know, to listen it, to play it anytime, anywhere. I think that music can just takes you to different moments in your life. So I want to, I want my music feel energetic and
Energetic? Okay.
yeah, energetic, empowered,
Okay.
joyful. Yeah, but probably there are gonna be songs that are gonna be sad or probably, nostalgic.
So take me back to the early days. Do you remember your earliest, or I should say, what is your earliest memory of music? Like the oldest memory you have where you heard music and you're like, what is that?
Oh, I remember I was with my cousin. I don't know what age
Mhm.
we had. I think that we were 9 years old, 10. We were at my uncle's home, and my family was with, they were in the living room and they were seeing something. But my dad and my mom told me, okay, you had to go to sleep because this is not for you. But I was like, what is this sound? So I was like, I was so curious, and I just go to the living room, and they were saying Thriller by Michael Jackson, because it was
Ah, okay.
like they have this like DVD Michael Jackson history. There were so many Michael Jackson DVDs, so they were like playing one because it was the,
Hmm.
oh my God, we have that. And it
Hmm.
was like, so I was like, I was shocked. I was shocked, first of all,
Uh-huh.
because it was like, oh my gosh, he's becoming a wolf. And I was so scared. And I was like, oh damn, now
Yeah.
he's a zombie. And
Uh,
I was like, but then it was like playing the beat and do-do-do-do-do-do. And I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I love it. So after that, I was like trying to know more Michael Jackson. And I was fell in love with all his music, all what he created. I think that there's not any song that no one can like, because all songs
Right.
are good. I like the beat, how it sounds, the funk, how it sounds, the pop, his style. And I was like, I wanna do something like this in the future. And that
Okay.
was the moment that I connect with the music. I was like
Okay.
feeling the beat and the different times of the beat, and I was like, I feel it. I can
Yeah.
vibe with this. So I
Good.
have a good memory with Michael Jackson, of course.
So what is the difference, and why do you think that people like you and I, right? We hear music and we're like, oh, I want to go make this music. Most people, when they hear music, they're just like, oh, this is good music. I like listening to music. People like you and I, creatives, musicians, we hear music and we're like, oh, I want to make this stuff. Where do you think that comes from?
I think that because you have something um deep in yourself that probably can vibe with that sound. I think that we are, if you were doing music, is because we feel it, and we have this gift to feel and to study any sound or gender, you know. So I think that it's because you have this gift that you can feel connected with your stuff or the stuff that you want to create, or because you have this future view that you want that, and you're manifesting that all the time. I don't know. I think that everything happens for a reason. And if you feel that you're connected with something, it's because it's your world, that it's where you have
Yeah,
to go and, start. So I think that,
I believe that.
yeah, I believe that too so much. I'm creating my style because I think that there was something of me from, when I was a kid, or I was always feel connected with all music. I was listening Michael Jackson, Britney, Christina Aguilera, when, the Disney Channel era, High School Musical, Cambria, Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
Beyonce, so it was like I'm connected with so many artists, and I can feel myself in different versions while I'm listening their different songs. And it's like
Hmm.
I'm connected in this world.
Do you feel that because you are a creative, you feel things more deeply than, say, your other friends who aren't creatives? Say, people who fix cars, wait tables, are good at math, good at sports, athletes, things of that nature.
Yeah. I think that I feel that my soul belongs to the music. My friends
Hmm.
can connect with, what I'm doing, but they're not gonna, I mean, they can feel my vibe, but probably if they want to quit song, probably they're not gonna know where to start. So that when any artist, if you're an artist or musician, you know how is it because you probably you have learned by listening to different artists in your whole life, or probably because
Right.
you have like a reference, and it's like I want this like that, I want that like that, I want this sound and sounding like this. So you have things in your mind that probably makes you feel unique and special, you know in your stuff. Well, I don't know what if you're I don't know if you're you want to to create a business or something. You probably have the key to create it. So I think that it's because there's something inside of us that belongs to that, and make us unique to do something special for other
Hmm.
people, for yourself. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's a unique chemistry. Not only that we feel like music or love it so much, but I think the fact that we do it naturally makes us want to do it more. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I don't remember.
and always being
Yeah,
yourself, always
yeah,
trying to not
absolutely.
copy to any other artist. Just be unique, be yourself.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because that's why people are gonna love you because you're
mhm.
being yourself.
Right.
You're not trying to
Absolutely.
lie to anybody. It's just being yourself and sing. And I think that it's very important.
So you saw the Michael Jackson video. About how old were you when you decided, like, I think I actually want to like make music of my own?
My whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in a music environment. My dad was listening always Mark Knopfler or probably different VSO of different movies, ABBA, Grease.
Hmm.
So I grew up in a music environment um,
Okay.
since an early age. So I always feel connected with that, and I think that when I started to listen to Michael Jackson, I was like, oh my god, I want to know him. I want to go to a concert. And I was like, what, 10 years old? 10, 11
Okay.
years old? And he was
Makes
like,
sense. Mhm.
and, I always say to my mom, okay, I think that you have lived the best music era, 80s,
Yeah.
90s. That was the
Yeah.
best. That was the
90s.
best pop funk era of all times. Now you're listening probably I'm listening always R&B from 90s. Destiny's
Yeah.
Child or I don't know what word was that of girls, but TLC? No, TLC.
TLC. Yeah.
TLC.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, the 90s were so good." And it was like that era. Oh my god.
How old were you in the 90s?
I was not born. Well, I was born in the 90s, but 1997. So it was the ending of
Okay.
90s. So
All
I
right.
was like, okay, I think that
Okay.
I'm too
Okay.
late. So
Okay. Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I feel
So
so old.
no, don't
Yeah.
feel. Oh no,
Mhm.
no, no. All
Mhm.
it's here. All
Yeah.
it's in your
Yeah.
head always.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. So, all right. So you decided. So I know you don't have a ton of content out. I know you said you started recording, then you had a hiatus, then you started recording again. When did you actually take like writing music and becoming like an artist seriously? About what age?
I think that I always wanted to be an artist, but it was like I didn't know when it's gonna be the right time until I decided to do it because it's like I'm gonna do it right now. I think that if I don't do it, who else is gonna do it? And so it was like I'm
Right.
gonna do it right now. I'm gonna start to create any song I don't know and do how can I do that song or different like lyrics. So I was like exploring, but I think that I always wanted to be an artist since I was like, I don't know, watching Disney Channel, Miley Cyrus, it was like, or you're seeing
Yeah.
Beyonce. Yeah, it was like, you're seeing Beyonce, and it
Mhm.
was
Okay.
like, oh my God,
Mhm.
I want to be where you are. I think that there's one song from Michael Jackson that it's, I want to be where you are. And it is like, it has this, beautiful vibe. And I always wanted to be an artist. And I was always sure that in anytime I wanted to create all that I'm doing right now, and I'm so thankful about what I'm doing right now, and I appreciate it because it's how I want to do it, and
Mhm.
it's how I want it,
Yeah,
and it is, so I think that I belong to this world and to the music world.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm so happy for that. Yeah, for sure.
I know that your family was a big part of your early life. Do they currently kind of like support your music now? Are they still like a big part of like the like your creative process at all?
My mom is a big supporter. Yeah, of course, my
Okay.
mom.
Actually, this is your first international interview. You want to shout out anybody in your family?
Hi, mom. She's name is
Oh,
Emilia.
okay.
Some
Hi,
people
Amelia.
call her Emmy, but yeah,
Okay.
she is my number one fan. And then
Oh,
my friends that they are supporting to me as well. But it's all a journey. This is all a journey, and I'm learning so much about this journey that I'm having, about different mistakes that I can just make or different things. I don't know. This is all a journey that I need to learn so much about it, and I'm
yeah.
continuous
Give me an example. Like what's a mistake that you made or like a lesson you learned? Like along the way. Like don't want to do that again.
trusting myself. I mean,
Okay. Explain.
sometimes it's like I don't know if this video is good. I mean, I don't like how is this video, and then it's like trusting yourself, girl. I mean, probably you don't like it, but someone is gonna like you. So post it and that's it. Don't just
Yeah.
like say to yourself that you're not good enough because we are our own enemies sometimes.
Sure.
So I'm always, having this like strong mind, and it's like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and this is gonna be good. I'm so positive. And that's what my parents taught me. So I think that that is so important. Always trusting in the process. Always.
On the flip side of that coin, what's something that you've accomplished so far that you're really proud of? Like one thing you point to, it might not even be music related, just something that you're very proud of.
Well, there's songs that I have made. I mean, the
Other than those three bangers we talked about.
yeah, the way that I was like creating the lyrics, it was like, oh my god,
Okay.
how I'm gonna create this song? And then it was like, okay, I'm gonna just explore myself, and it was like, then the end, it's I'm so proud of that. It's like, oh my god, I have done this song. This is me, and sometimes I'm just like,
Yeah.
is
I
this,
love that feeling.
it's like, oh my god, it's me. That's me. It's like,
It takes a lot for me to get that feeling, but I know what you're feeling. It took me like 3 albums to get that. I remember I recorded my third project and I
uh-huh,
had I had about a 45, 50-minute ride back from New Jersey over the bridge. And I got to like the second song, like it was the first time hearing my album like in its entirety by itself. And I got to the third song and I was
uh-huh.
like, I got like emotion. I was like, I can't believe I made this album. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like it was like when everything like the vision finally met the sonic aesthetic and the music, and I was like, this is exactly how I pictured it in my head. I can't believe I finished. I'm getting like the chills now talking about it. But it took me 3 albums to get that. You felt like that on your second or third song, so good for
Yeah,
you.
because I was working so hard about to feel to feel comfortable about the sound that I have, my
Yeah.
my my style. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So when we were recording Volume One, it was like, okay, let's see how is this gonna just end. And then the final result, when we were listening to the song, Charles and me, it was like, oh my god, it's like you have a different. Well, I always feel unique, but some people say to me that you're unique in your own style. So just keep going with that style that you have. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much, because I can be singing and doing my songs or dancing, but I always being myself. I'm not trying to be, someone else, or trying to copy to anyone or to someone. I'm always trying to be myself. And then it was like, there are people that they're saying sometimes, okay, we like you, you know. So it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
I always appreciate it,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay, this is it's Vickyta Rya, you know, that's Vickyta Rya.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as somebody who's been listening to music for 30 plus years, and I'm an objective listener and an outside listener, you are doing something that's different. I think there's industry
Oh,
elements that are
thank
there.
you.
There's there's like the dance hall Caribbean rhythms that like kind of Rihanna and Drake were using a little bit. There's elements of that.
I've
Your
been
voice,
listening
like nothing
so
I ever
many
heard. Like
artists.
yeah, the way you
Hmm.
put together like songs, your singing style,
Oh, thank
you
you.
kind of you don't stretch your vocal range, but your pronunciation and the style of the way you like weave in and out of like your like the verses and choruses and stuff, you are doing something special. It's not so when people are telling you it's different and special, they're not just saying that. Like there's
Thank
definitely
you.
something genuine there or
Oh, I
something
appreciate it.
valid.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been listening so many artists from when I was a kid. I was listening to so many artists, and I think that it's that it works to me, you know, because it was like in a way I was always trying to make what I'm doing right now, but in my own style. And I think that it's very important because if you listen jazz, soul, I don't know, pop, R&B, you're always trying to explore yourself, you know, and
Right,
in what in which gender are you more comfortable, you know? For
right,
example, Amy Winehouse, you know. So it was like you always have to explore yourself,
right.
singing songs. And if you're feeling comfortable singing what one song from one gender, is probably is because it's your destiny, you know.
Now, was there an exploration process for you? Like the stuff you have now is like dancey, kind of like dance hall pop music, right? For lack of a better term. Um, do you did you go through that exploration process? Did you try to do something that was almost like a Britpop Amy Winehouse? Did you try to do the R&B thing? Did you experiment? Was there like a process there? Obviously, there's not going to be a whole bunch of songs like that, but did you have like that period where you're like, let me try out a few different? What was that like?
Yeah, I'm in love with Destiny's Child, you know, because
Okay.
the backgrounds, oh my god, they're so good. The backgrounds, I mean, the backgrounds that they're, you know, God is a woman, so they're a god, all right.
Yeah.
But no, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, I always trying to, you know, singing Destiny style songs and grow my vocal cords, you know, because this is all about a training. You have to train your voice. It's not about just put in front of the microphone and to sing. No, no, no. It's also to find your style, you know. And I've been singing Amy Winehouse songs or songs from the 80s, 90s, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, you know. So I think that if you're singing songs from different artists, you can just know yourself better, you know.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's a journey. I recommend to sing different genders of, you know, different music styles, because apparently you're gonna just see something different with yourself and you're gonna love it, you know.
Okay.
So it is like,
Absolutely.
try it.
Mhm.
Don't
Okay.
always, yeah, just try it and you'll see, you know.
So you refer to doing music as a journey, and I always like that analogy as well. What do you feel is the hardest part of the journey?
Well, I don't have it, but probably some people can feel identified with this, but the confidence, you know, sometimes the confidence, we always have up and downs, and we always trying to be better, you know. But I think that the confidence is the, yeah, you have to feel
That's
confidence
the hardest
about
part.
what you're doing always. And that's what I said before, that we are our own enemies. So just keep going.
Well, you said that's not a problem for you. Like, what actually gives you trouble sometimes? Like, what keeps you up at night? Like, what makes you a little bit anxious?
Probably with the music that I've been doing a long time ago, I was not feeling comfortable with that because I was like, I think that I can do something better, not this, you know. Especially because I was like doing lyrics that I was not feeling connected
Mm,
with, and I decided to stop. And it was like I want to stop because I'm not feeling comfortable. So that was a little problem. And then just find someone who can understand me about what I want to create. Because here in Madrid, it is not difficult, but it is hard to find some or any producer that can connect with the idea that you have in your mind, you know?
right.
So, but we have an iPhone, we have social media, we have Instagram, we have to talk to find someone who we can work with, you know? And I think that, yeah, it was that. But then I think that everything happens for a reason. And Charles showed up, I don't know, he DM'd me and he was like, okay, I'm gonna just see how can this be, no? You know, with him. And then we started, and you know, the rest is history. So so it is like that.
So now that you have the songs recorded, right? Because I'm not as familiar with obviously Madrid's music scene. What do you do once you feel like you have a project done and you want to go out? Is there like an independent music scene where you can just play? Do they have open mics? Like what would the next steps be once you have the project done?
Here in Spain, they're more with the reggaeton style, you know, the urban style. You know, the labels and all that, they are more focused on that, you know. So
Mhm.
if you're doing something, well, I'm doing like funk, pop, and especially in English, you know, it's like I don't know if they're interested to have this, you know, but yeah, there are so many artists that they're doing their own songs. I don't know, and they're singing in English as well, and they're Spanish, and they're playing it in clubs or restaurants, you know. But it is hard sometimes because it's like, okay, I'm from Spain, Madrid, but the music here and the labels and the industry here is more focused on these yonder, you know. And it's like that's when you have to focus on where you want to go with your music. So it was like, okay, I think that like if I'm doing this in English, probably I can try to, you know, just play it. I don't know, London or different countries of Europe, because probably they're gonna get the vibe, you know, especially
Right.
if you're doing funk as me or pop
Right.
funk or Afro, you know.
Yeah. Do you struggle with that too? Because I think that there's always like what you're doing, and then there's what the market's doing. And if they kind of coexist together, then it's easy, right? But a lot of the times, like you have your music, and then the market's doing this, going in this one direction. But music is also cyclical. So your type of music might eventually get a turn. So like how do you decide like, all right, well, do I just shift to what the market's doing now and try and stay relevant? Or do I just stay in my own lane? Like, do you struggle with that at all? Like wanting to just try to conform to the market so you can get that push?
No, because I know who I am, you know.
Sure.
And that it's very important to emphasize that you always have to know who you are as an artist
Right.
and what you want to compose, you know, what you
Right.
want to sing. So, no, I'm not struggling. I'm not struggling with that so much because it's like I always knew who I am. And, you know, I don't want to just fit with these labels because they want a product, you know, and make me a product, you know, for them. You know what I mean? So, in a way, you have to say sometimes, this is me, this is what I'm doing. And if you like me, it's okay. And you like, and if you don't like me, there you go, you know? So I think that it's all because of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that what I was talking about is a little bit more prevalent with younger artists. Like I remember myself when I was like 15, 16, and I was like, okay, everybody's cursing in their raps. I'm gonna curse in my raps. And it's like, okay, now rappers are starting to incorporate bands. All right, I'm gonna get a band to do my music. And now, like, and I feel like one of the biggest, if I ever had to give somebody advice, I would always say, like, whatever you feel comfortable doing that is most aligned with who you are, keep doing that because eventually your style will get a swing. And when it comes back around, it'll actually look like you're ahead of the times. You know what I mean? It'll look like you're ahead of the pack, and your stuff will sound hot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you have to be willing to bet on yourself for that brief moment where you're not hot. You know,
Hmm.
and trust that you're like building something. You know.
Yeah. Now in a journey that I'm in on the volume one era, but the volume two, it's gonna sound differently. Different. I mean,
Yeah. How
so
so? Or is it a surprise? Is it a secret?
I cannot to say so many details. But no,
Okay.
I'm always exploring myself and feeling comfortable with that. So I wanna try. I don't wanna get stuck in one gender, in one genre.
Mm-hmm.
Genre. I don't know how to
Right.
say it, but
Genre.
genre. Yeah.
Genre. Genre.
Yeah. So I don't wanna get stuck in
Mhm.
one genre. So it's like I'm always I will always wanted to explore more things about me and especially about if I wanted to create something new, I wanted to have new ideas and you know
So, what is something unique about you that we wouldn't find out just from looking at your socials?
okay, I do ice skating. I've been working at the ice ring. It's gonna be 9 years, and
That's interesting.
it is beautiful sport that I always feel belonged to that. And yeah, I work in at the ice rink here in Madrid, so it is a funny
Interesting.
job. It is a fun job. I love it. I'm with kids. I'm playing sometimes, and yeah, it is. It is something curious about myself.
Okay. So, if you could collaborate with any artist, and it has to be somebody that's actually like doing music now, right? Who would you want to collaborate with?
Oh my God, Beyonce. Oh my God, for sure,
You and Beyonce, Vickyta Rya and
for
Beyonce on a
sure.
song
Oh
together?
my God, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd be
Michael
cool.
Jackson is not here anymore, sadly,
Yeah.
because Amy Winehouse is not here, and Whitney as well, But Beyonce,
So, what would success look like for you in first the short term and then in the long term? Like, what would you want to see happen, say, by early 2026, next like 2, 3 months?
to be performing in festivals or concerts, you know, connect with the people there. I love that feeling. And but also performing and singing my songs and see how people can have fun with my music. I think that
Okay.
would be so good then. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of feedback are you getting now that you have the music circulating?
Well, it's good. It's going good. I mean, I'm
Mhm,
posting, and I think that that's
mhm,
now that we have social media, it's the way
mhm.
to post our stuff. And I'm so happy because I'm connected with more artists that are from LA or New York, London. So it's kind of like a networking, a network marketing sometimes. Sometimes some people don't tell you that you're kind of like a content creator. So it is like, oh, I'm doing all this by my own, just posting, creating videos, engagement and all that. And yeah, I think that I'm doing good. I'm just keep going. I'm keep going doing that and not give up because I can connect with you can connect with your music through the social media and probably something big can happen.
Well, speaking of that, what's the best way that we can support you? Say somebody sees this interview and they're like, "Hey, I dig what she's doing." What's the best way for somebody to come along and support you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Spotify, Vickyta Rya, all right? And you can find the different posts the different things that I'm doing or what I'm gonna release. So yeah, you can just like follow me there and just know myself better.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, look, you heard it here first. Make sure you go check out Vickyta Rya. Raway, YOLO, the two big singles. Make sure
Yeah,
you
it's
check out
coming.
Volume
There are
One.
two songs that are coming out. That it's "Radiant and Your Soul," a disco funk
Okay.
song.
Yeah.
So stay tuned because you're gonna love Leo Soul. Leo Soul. Oh my god.
Let's show our friends in Madrid some love, all right?
Yeah.
Vickyta, thank you so much for joining me. I had such a good time talking to you, getting to know you. Love the music. You're great. Please come visit us whenever you have stuff
Yeah,
to
definitely.
promote.
I want to
Happy
go
to help
there.
however we can.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All right, well, let's do it. All right. Thank you so much. I mean that. And the rest of you, thank you for tuning in.
Thank
Make sure
you.
you tune in every Thursday to Loves Music for another great artist. Take care of yourselves and please tell someone who loves music.